Well, this is just getting absolutely ridiculous at this point. The Oklahoma City Thunder just won their 15th consecutive game to run their preposterous-looking record to 23-1 with their most recent 131-101 demolition of the Utah Jazz in Utah last night. Oh, and by the way, did I mention that reigning league MVP, Shai Gilgeous Alexander, did not dress for this game? But wait, that isn't it, because joining SGA in the DNP category tonight was Isaiah Hartenstein, Lou Dort, and Alex Caruso, otherwise known as three of their best defenders, with Lou Dort making a first-team All-NBA honor last season, Alex Caruso being named first-team All-NBA defense in 2023, and Isaiah Hartenstein currently sitting as the #1 rated net defender in the NBA this season. But again, no problem. Another 30-point evisceration by another team in Utah. And yes, I know the Utah Jazz aren't a particular powerhouse, but they did just beat the Houston Rockets like less than a week ago. And this 30-point beatdown wasn't even remotely that close. This game was a 25-point game at the end of the first quarter, 45-20. It was 74-48 at halftime. This game was over at the end of the first. Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams led the way. Chet with 25 points on 12 of 15 shooting in only 22 minutes, and Jalen Williams with 25 as well on 11 of 19 in only 25 minutes. Stop me if you've heard this one before. Neither one played a single second in the fourth quarter. Yes, because SGA seemingly never plays in the fourth quarters. I think he sat out something like 12 of the 22 fourth quarters in the games that he's played this season to this point because they don't need him. This is why he isn't the league MVP. This is why he shouldn't have won the league MVP last year, and he absolutely isn't the MVP right now. Despite the fact he is a favor or a co-favorite with Nikola Jokic in many sports betting books. It's no disrespect to SGA, he is a fantastic player, arguably the second best player on earth, undeniably a top 3 league-wide player, but this team is absolutely stacked. Aaron Wiggins had 19 tonight off of the depleted Thunder bench, who had to move several of their key remaining bench players into the starting lineup. Kenrick Williams posted a plus 29 on the bench tonight. I don't even know who that is. He's played in 5 games only this season so far for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Every player is seemingly incredible and should be a starter on virtually any other NBA team. They go legitimately like 10 starters deep on this team, and they all are absurd at defense. And I know, they rely so heavily on SGA offensively, except for they did shoot 58% from the field tonight without him, and 21 of 42 from behind the three-point line. SGA is one of the most efficient, smooth scorers we have seen this century. But again, the ask isn't that extreme here for him. There are other players in the NBA who have asked to be their only chore in an entire game, their only duty or responsibility is to get an efficient 30 and not worry about literally anything else. There are several different players in the NBA that can answer to that and complete that ask. And Shai Gilgeous Alexander is currently sitting at a preposterous plus 19 net rating, which is absolutely ridiculous. And for those of you who do not know, net rating measures a team's overall strength by showing the point differential per 100 possessions, calculated as the offensive rating minus defensive rating. And again, you got me, 19 is absurd. It does far and away lead the NBA. However, per 100 without SGA, the Oklahoma City Thunder are still sitting at a plus 6 net rating, which is better than every team in the entire NBA except for the Houston Rockets, Denver Nuggets, and New York Knicks. The Knicks, who are on pace right now to win 57 games, Houston and Denver, meanwhile, are both pacing for a 60-win campaign this season, and that plus 6 net rating by the Oklahoma City Thunder without SGA on the floor at all this year would be better than the Detroit Pistons, who are currently on pace to win 65 games. What I'm saying here is, if you didn't do anything at all, but just remove Shai Gilgeous Alexander, don't replace him with any other player, just take SGA off this existing lineup, they would be a 60-win team without him for the entire season. Now, cool, they're going to win 75 to 77 games with him. But this team, again, would win at least 55, if not over 60, without him playing a single game this season. That is how absolutely stupidly loaded that this team is. And please, don't give me the, oh, but he adds so much more on defense than a player like Nikola Jokic spiel, because it's just a flat-out lie. And if you look into the advanced analytics, that will be bared out when you check out their on-offs. Again, these do not lie. It is every minute that these players play for the entire year versus every minute that they do not play, aggregated out with a nice, neat single number, which shows how many points they add or lose on offense and defense. Now look, it's true, the Nuggets do get marginally better defensively without Nikola Jokic to the tune of 1 point. So the Nuggets give up 1 point less per 100 possessions that they do not have Nikola Jokic on the floor. But the Oklahoma City Thunder give up 3.4 points less without Shai Gilgeous Alexander on the floor. So actually, Jokic is contributing more to his defense than SGA is to his. So lose me with the Shai's a much better defender than Jokic narrative. Oh, maybe Jokic should try defending narrative. It's pure garbage. Anyone that watches these full games or digs into these advanced analytics knows that that is an easily exposed narrative. While SGA is a legitimate full-court player who is, in his own right, a great defender, he is, at the very absolute best, the 5th best defender on this team, probably below that even. Again, Alex Caruso and Lou Dort have both made All-NBA first-team defensive distinctions in their past, and this year, Cason Wallace and Chet Holmgren are both trending to first-team All-NBA defensive selections. Hell, Chet Holmgren right now is the betting favorite to win the Defensive Player of the Year award. The Thunder are absolutely an all-time great team. We saw it coming 2 years ago. They validated much of it last year. They're even better this year. Let's celebrate and heap praise upon this Oklahoma City Thunder team. Hell, we can even celebrate and draw praise on the great Shai Gilgeous Alexander, but giving him another league MVP this year would be an absolute farce and make a mockery of the NBA and what we've seen out of Nikola Jokic these last 2 years. The Oklahoma City Thunder are proving it in the fact that they don't need SGA. They didn't need him tonight. They're still a top 4 or 5 league-wide team per 100 possessions without him, and they don't need him in practically any of these fourth quarters because this team is absolutely loaded.